Jodes. Where do I start with this complete masterpiece? This is such a good job pressing. I really am just going to have to nitpick here. So let's get started nitpicking. From the front angle, the one thing that I think you can work on a little bit here is if you look at your hand, when you go to move the belt up, see how that opens up? If you just rotate that hand inwards just a little bit more, then what that does is it screws the shoulder into the socket. I mean, you can get your palm's going to come forward. Don't get me wrong. This is just a small detail. I always say palm in. It's not that you want that palm at 90 degrees. Like, it's not like we want a 90-degree palm angle. It's just that subtle screw back into the shoulder is going to create a little bit more tension. And like that, I would say, is really the main thing in here. It's from the side. Now you're going, this is comparing left to right now. Your right has a little bit of a better position. Like, you've got that natural, if you were to compare your left to your right on this angle, your left is like this, right? And you see the difference with your right here. It's almost like on that angle just a little bit. If we're looking at the kettlebell handle, right, right at the top. So the right arm, you've got a little bit better tension in the shoulder than you do with the left, but I'm really picking on this one. So then next part to this is, as the bell comes down, the only thing I want to do is I want to try and keep this hand, and by I want you. Where am I? My little gadgets here. Okay, so this hand needs to come out just a little bit more. Okay, it needs to come outwards. And if I get a arrow, bam. So this hand position comes out so that you are over top of the elbow with the bell, just a little bit more. Because as that bell falls inwards, then you start to get bad angles through the shoulder and through the elbow. So that wrist, elbow, shoulder, look at all this sketch up here. Moral of the story here is just move that out just a little bit. Okay, then coming back down, front rack, I want you to set more right here. That is where you want your fist to be underneath your chin. All right, so your start to finish, just to get in that habit. It's a cleaner rep when you do that, and you're getting a more complete rep. There's always going to be a little bit of a shift. So the shift here is fine that you're seeing with your body. That basically is the offset, is to offset the weight. All I would look for, and we come to the other one, is that as long as that weight, see how you're offsetting it just a little bit, as long as you are not arching your back, which you're not, you're pretty good, you're in a good position here. I'm not seeing any exaggerated hyperextension through the spine, which is good. And when you press, I think if I were to nitpick one just a little bit, do you see in the shoulder how that shoulder is just sort of raising up a little bit? If you can raise that shoulder or bring that shoulder down just a little bit more as you're pushing, that could be a little bit better too. But again, I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know why you sent me a video of yourself doing a really good exercise. I mean, the whole purpose of this analysis is not for me to tell you how good you are. But why don't you send me a squat? We'll go through this whole fun exercise again. Great job, Jodes.